superhero movies can be this like dramatic, cool thing. And Universal and Marvel are like, no, man, we just want like Hulk smash movie, big green guy.
Big guy.
Banner, Hulk guy, pants okay.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? Like it just like pisses me off. It's such a like coworker ass topic. Oh boy, yeah. That was a funny one though. It was funny. So, oh my god, 1.6 million.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jessie. Welcome back to And They Were Classmates.
Wait, that's so good. And top of the morning, my name is Nolynn. I was not expecting that. That's so funny.
I'm surprised you weren't expecting it. This is our first podcast post Iron Lung.
Post Iron Lung, which honestly, I'm happy we got it done as quick as we did.
I'm so glad because now I get to appreciate all the memes.
Didn't it kind of feel like one of those things that like, yeah, we're gonna watch it and talk about it on the podcast eventually, but it might be like 2 or 3 weeks, and then the discourse will be dead.
You know, and we were like, actually, we need this.
We need this. So
it
was like Friday night. I'm exhausted from fucking selling tickets to this movie, and I'm like, hey, Monday, Sunday, what works?
And I was like, Sunday, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, and so we saw Iron Lung, and it was pretty fucking sick.
I really liked it. Mm-hmm. I really, really did. Ace and I were talking about it, and I have a take that I might genuinely make a YouTube video defending.
Ooh,
but it's big spoiler warning for Iron Lung. Editing Nolynn put a timestamp if people want to jump ahead for what I'm about to say. So with the giant fucking like, my take is that none of the second half of the movie actually happened. It's just that he was slowly dying of oxygen, and the radiation blocking wasn't as good as they thought it was. Because I did like that they established that the camera is pure radiation.
Yeah, well, and then that like use at your own risk thing that was like never really brought up again. I was like,
exactly.
That's interesting.
And like a lot of the stuff like. He kept looking down, and I in my brain I was like, that just looks like cancer. That looks like tumors. That looks like melanoma.
Yeah.
Like, so that's I might make a video essay about how the second I think I told Ace I was gonna title it "Is the second half of Iron Lung real?"
Yeah, that's good. Please do. Please make that.
Because like as much as I love cosmic horror anglerfish, what if it wasn't real? What if I took the shithead? What if it was all a dream take? Mm-hmm. But in a oxygen deprivation way.
I think it's cool when the fans do it. It's lame if the creator does it.
Exactly.
And that's how it always goes. But now you have Minecraft gameplay to put behind it, don't you?
I do. Now I have Minecraft gameplay I have a fucking like an hour and a half of me starting a Minecraft world.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, Iron Lung was cool. We were talking about it on the way out, and like. In the first couple minutes, I was like, "Oh no, this is just Markiplier being Markiplier," and it's like it's still fun and good, but I was like, "This might be like a 3-star," you know?
Yeah.
Because he was dropping his like, "What the fuck," you know? So, but like,
then you have to remember that's just how he talks.
Yeah.
So
but it just felt like he was playing video game, and it was fucking MatPat's Game Lab. But no, it actually
crazy fucking episode. They put him in a real iron lung in a real blood ocean.
But no, it ended up pretty cool. I was able to immerse, and I'm glad it not only got to as many theaters as it did, but it made as much money as it did.
Oh yeah, it's already made back its entire production costs and then some, and its opening weekend.
Let's
fucking go. And it was on Friday, the #1 movie in the United States.
Oh yeah. And I felt it, man. Those Markiplier fans came. And I got to say, they smell like butt, man. Those Markiplier fans.
I loved when we were leaving, and I looked at Ace, and I was like, I could tell exactly which people in the theater were there. Because there was a shit ton of Iron Lung showings at my local theater for some reason. It was really funny. Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's more showings at my local theater than there is at any main theater.
Definitely mine, yeah.
Because it was legitimately 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30, 4, 4:30, 7, 7:30, 8. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn.
And if they were open for another set of, if they were open for Prime 2, it definitely would have been like 5 more showtimes. So
yeah, no, it was fucking crazy.
It was insane. Because then when we were making plans, I'm like, okay, so here's like 50 options. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm like, ooh,
like, I'm going to have to talk to Ace. Like, I can't.
Yeah, well, it was mostly just that I had to make sure that he didn't have anything earlier in the day. Once I checked with him and I was like, are you good with... Because he also works overnight the night before, so it was like...
It's kind of like dodging Matrix bullets, but we did it.
Yeah, and we truly did, because I had a meeting at work that night. The meeting was awful, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, it was awful for me specifically as someone who doesn't like being in meetings that I don't need to be in.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that, like... And when I say I didn't need to be there, like I did, like I'm glad that I was there so I could hear what people were saying and everything. But realistically,
not much of it applied to you.
Yeah.
Or maybe none of it.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is that it was a meeting about Vacation Bible School because we have to start talking about that super early. Oh, yeah. It's our biggest thing of the year in the children's program. Yeah. We had 100 kids last year.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane for us because our normal children's program has like 15.
Yeah, right.
Like
hundreds.
If we have 15 kids on a Sunday, we're like, whoa,
huge turnout.
Yeah, I'm like, we have a full classroom today,
God
guys.
is back.
And mind you, we're splitting them in half because half of them are grades 4, 5, and 6, and half of them are grades 1 through 3. And I teach 1 through 3, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so we're not used to huge groups, so this takes so much planning. We have to get so many volunteers in place, so many resources. Yeah, we're applying for a lot more money this year because I shit you not, almost our entire budget last year went to t-shirts.
Yeah, that does a lot.
Because and the worst part is that we bought plain white t-shirts because we printed them ourselves and then we had the kids tie-dye them.
Oh, yeah.
So and that's still where most of our budget went last year. Yeah. So we're applying for more money this year. But like,
growing, we need some more money.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but it's also crazy because like they kept calling out specific people and being like, okay, how did this part go? How did this part go? How did this part go? My entire job is to be the person there that is over 18, certified, and employed with the church so I can be literally anywhere they need me because someone didn't show up or they need extra hands. Yeah. I am a floater, like I hang out mostly in the atrium, like I'm running kids back and forth and I'm checking in and I'm taking over classes if someone has to go. So they keep being like, so what worked for you last year, Jessie? I'm like, I don't know. You guys told me more than 10 minutes before I had to be in a classroom.
That was cool. Good at standing, good at following directions.
You told me where things were.
The system kind of works.
Yeah, no, I was like.
Just make sure there's oil in the engine and it will run.
Exactly. So no, and they kept being like, well, that you have such like a unique perspective because you're kind of I'm like, no, the problem is that I'm everything everywhere all at once.
Right.
Like, so in the most sincere of terms because they're trying to ask me like, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. The kids seemed happy. I didn't have any major issues, but I also do this for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm legitimately probably the worst person to ask.
Yeah.
But they kept asking me, so
and they always do.
Yeah, so I sat there, and if you're my boss, don't listen. I was doing my budget the entire meeting. Like, I was still listening, and it looked like I was taking notes, but I was
doing a little personal work.
It was February 1st.
That's right.
It was the first.
Wake up! It's the first of the month.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Like I had to finish my budget from last month because I hadn't counted. Shelby and I went on a massive shopping spree, on like last Thursday.
Happens.
Yeah. Well, we like going to the one best mall in the area. So and then we spend hundreds of dollars.
It's hard not to. It looks awesome. All this stuff is so cool and fun.
Sorry, I don't have a Victoria's Secret in my town, so when I see one, I go a little crazy. That's why I smell like pink, warm, and cozy. No, sorry, I'm wearing Vanilla Dreamy, I think is what it's called, body spray, because there was a 2 for $24 sale. And I was like, oh, I need some body sprays.
Let me take my 2. 24, that's crazy. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, anyway, I'm going to slam my 5-hour energy. Oh,
yeah, your 5-hour energy. I'm so sorry.
And then I need to talk about the Markiplier experience as a ticket seller.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I knew it was going to be a big turnout, obviously, and it was. There was over 100 people there for the 7 o'clock, and for a frame of reference, 40 is a lot. Like the theaters are dying. Like I don't even think when Sinners was at its peak, I think that was only getting 70 or 80. So
I think part of that is where your theater specifically is.
Definitely. So. Well, and AMC announced their showtimes before this theater in this town did, I think.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
It's in terms of if you're going to buy your ticket way ahead of time, if you search Iron Lung tickets, my theater is going to come up before your theater would. So, but that means we got a nice showing where there were only a couple people in there instead of a bunch of stinky Markiplier fans.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of sets of 2 to 3 Gen Z and millennials. It was wow, this feels like the same crowd that was at Five Nights at Freddy's. Crazy. And Minecraft.
It's I recognize you. Wait a
minute.
I think I have you on Snapchat.
I think I said chicken jockey right behind you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's this group of 3 that come up and they buy tickets for it, and it is rated R, but they do have their IDs. They're old enough, and they're buying a ticket for the 9:55 at like 9:00. So they go out, and then when they come back, they're like, do we need to show you our tickets? And I'm like, no, you're good. And the guy's like, no, I'm gonna show you my ticket. And keep in mind, he's like maybe 19 or 18. I don't exactly remember, but he's like, I'm gonna show you my ticket. No, I'm gonna show you my ticket. It's in here somewhere. I'm like, you're good, man. You can just go.
I watched you.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, but he's flipping through his cash, and he's like, it's in here somewhere. I'm telling you, it's in here somewhere. And then his like sister or friend is like, here's this for being so cool. Here's this for being fucking awesome. This is yours. And I take it. I'm like, thanks, man. And he keeps flipping through it. He's like, I swear, my ticket's in here somewhere. My ticket's in here. And she's like, here's another one. Here's another one.
God.
Just LGBTQ represent. I like your vibe. Here's one for being so cool.
You're getting queer tips, bro.
Like I am. Like I'm at the fucking drag show. Yeah.
That's when you have to hit him with the yes, mama. Thank you.
Yeah. But then he keeps flipping through it, and I'm like, all right, you guys are good. Like theater one on the right.
You're
fine.
good.
You're fine. He's like, you sure you don't want the $5? And I'm like, you're fine, dude. Just go. And I'm starting to kind of get pissed off. And I'm like, yeah, you're good. And because I think then she hands me the second one, and that's why it's crumpled. So I'm like, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes.
It sucked.
That reminds me of the type of shit that my friend's ex was on, and then after, like, they get in the car after everyone else left, and he'd look at her and be like, by the way, can I like get that money back from you, because now I can't pay for like gas tomorrow.
Yikes.
He used to buy every time we went to a movie theater, he bought all of our tickets and then admitted to Shelby later that it was to drop who it was. But like, and then admitted to her later that it was on her credit card.
Yikes.
and
that's crazy.
And she didn't tell me about it until after they broke up. I'm surprised you had that self-restraint, because I would have been shouting it from the fucking rooftops.
Yeah. I love how many, it'll be like a breakup, and then it'll be like, all right, well, here's all this shit I didn't say that I knew you would you would fucking freak out if I revealed this while we were together.
Yeah, no, because the way that she put it was, you guys were already telling me to dump him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to give you more reasons.
Yeah. The worst part was that we were like, as people who are friends with both of you, dump him.
Dump him. Yeah,
dump him.
It's in both of your best interests. I swear to God.
Swear to God. And you know what? It is.
It is. Because
now she is living in the home that she owns with her cats and one of her best friends, and having her friends over all the time.
Oh, I think you're saying, and he
is playing stepdad.
Yeah. Okay.
The way that he always wanted to, apparently.
Yeah, lifelong dream. Ever since I was a little boy.
That's what I have to assume, because why else? Clearly you're chasing your dreams, so.
But yeah, I don't know. Do we have anything else on Iron Lung? Too crazy. It was just cool. It was cool. I liked seeing the shot that I could tell how he got the blood in his eye, though. Because I leaned over to you and I was like, why did he go to the hospital?
No, and then it is funny because there's a couple of times where you're like, Mark, do you really put yourself in the as king of I'm going to the hospital? You really made the most I'm going to need to go to the hospital movie ever.
Yeah.
I think that if people want to hear more of our thoughts about Iron Lung and more spoilers about Iron Lung, they should listen to our Patreon episode.
That's right.
We'll talk about it there.
Patreon.
Because I'm going to talk about opinions that aren't the one that I might make a video about, because I don't really believe it, but I think it's a completely valid and interesting way to read the movie.
You need a vulnerable group to like show it to.
Exactly. And then on the Patreon, I'll talk about my real opinions.
That's right.
That's where you get to know the real me. You have to pay to know the real me.
That's right.
Parasociality at its finest.
The more you pay, the more you get. Yeah. All right. Well, my Minecraft life has been going crazy. Yeah. Tonight I will be playing 1.4.
Ooh.
And
moving up in the world.
I'm moving so fucking up. Because I think I finished 1.0 when we recorded the last podcast. 1.1 and 1.2 both took me about like 15 hours.
Yeah, I don't remember if you had finished 1.1. I think you had started some attempts but had not finished it yet.
I think so too. Yeah. So
that sounds right.
They went pretty well. But 1.3 was just terrible. It was a slog. Yeah. Although, look, it only took me 10.5 hours, but it took me 5 worlds as opposed to 3. And it's like, that can get exhausting, especially like, because I'm getting faster, which means like I'm getting to the strongholds and I'm getting like the blaze rods, and then I'm dying. Instead of like dying to creeper in the beginning going, oh man.
I'm kind of running into this fun problem where I'm realizing that besides my besides my two my forever world and my forever world when I don't want to play on my real forever world, which is a necessary addition and has helped my consistency in playing Minecraft a lot. Yeah. Because now if I want to do something absolutely stupid and I don't want to risk my forever world stuff, I can just go into my other forever world that's more of like just fucking around. I spend half the time in there just running in circles because I just want to, because I'm just like, I want to play Minecraft, but I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to put on a dropout TV show and mostly pay attention to that while I kind of run in mine in circles without doing anything.
If I fucking die and shit, like it's all right.
Just keep inventory. It's fine.
That's true. They're both keep inventory.
It's always keep inventory.
I've noticed there's less shame in keep inventory. I feel like the more people I talk to, they're kind of about keep inventory as well.
I think it's because we're finally out of the era of people who think that you have to earn playing Minecraft how you want, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
Because I feel like a lot of people were like, well, once you finish the game you can turn on keep inventory, but you should like
really
I've
never heard that sentiment.
That was I don't know if it was like super common, but it was one that I heard a lot in like the circles that I existed in the Minecraft internet. There's a lot of them. So if you didn't hear it, my bad.
No, but it makes sense. I could see some like fucking jackass saying that.
Well, yeah. Well, the argument was mostly that like it should be, you should like do something to earn keep inventory, because it's, if you just have it on from the beginning, then you lose the experience. You need to experience like losing everything. And I'm like, what if I don't wanna?
Yeah, what if I don't wanna? Yeah, / game rule anyway.
Yeah, what I'm not even gonna argue with it more than that. I'm just like, what if I don't wanna? I don't wanna lose all my shit every time.
Yeah,
so I don't.
You're just a guy on Reddit. You don't control my world, so sorry.
Ace always tells me that I should feel no shame in keep inventory because keep inventory is on for the Soulsborne franchise.
Right. Yeah. and Terraria.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, Ace? Thank you. That because that's the most validating thing that he, as a devoted Soulsborne player, could say to me. Is him being like, yeah, I don't judge you for keep inventory because all of the Soulsborne.
Because that's how the best games do it.
Yeah, that's genuinely his opinion. He's like, yeah, all the game, because he plays like fucking Assassin's Creed and so like all the RPGs that you don't lose your shit there.
Oh, why would you? It's
exactly.
Weird. Yeah. But yeah, 1.3 took me fucking forever, and I realized what it was is they added trading in 1.3, so I thought that's how I was gonna get like most of my Eyes of Ender.
It wasn't good yet.
Well, it was that, and I would always like be in an Extreme Hills biome and be like, oh, emerald ore, I'm gonna mine it and I'm gonna trade this later, and it was the cursed emerald. In 4 of the worlds, I had an emerald in the top left of my inventory for trading for later. And on the world that I want, I didn't pick up any emeralds. So I think it's an evil emerald that like talks to me and like tells me to do bad things and hurt my loved ones.
It's the emerald of bad vibes and malice.
Like genuinely, yeah, that's what I learned. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but the evil emerald did not speak to me. And in the run that I won, it was so cool too, because I burned through like 2 worlds in one stream, and then I just booted up one, and it was just a beautiful 3.5 hour. 4-hour world that I just played in one sitting, and it was just such a fucking feeling. Like I don't know, beat Minecraft in one sitting. It's amazing. Like it's a drug.
It's really funny. I'm in this really weird era on my forever world because I don't like going out and looking for villagers and bringing them back. Even though it's easier now because I'm playing fully updated Minecraft finally. By the way, by the way. I'm finally up there because I know that I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, about how because of my mods.
The mods make it hard.
I was purposefully holding myself back, but I eventually decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to replace the 2 that haven't gotten updated yet. And I did. So rip my day counter and my old enchantment description mods. Both of them are...
But 2 very replaceable mods at the very least.
Exactly.
And not ones that are like, oh, but the other one was blah, blah, blah. It's like most of them are probably going to do the same thing.
Exactly. So it was mostly just kind of well, it just sucks because I knew that I just had those ones first, so I knew that they were good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because sometimes you download them and you're like, this should be a really simple thing, and then you load up your world and you're like, this is dog shit.
Yeah.
This didn't realize this fucking sucked. My bad. So I'm finally, but. It's not like I was that far behind. I was only in 1.20 versus 1.21 or something like that. But anyway, even though it's become a lot easier, and I know where some villages are, don't wanna.
No.
Don't like it.
Nope.
Not my thing.
You know what you should get? Villager in a bucket mod.
I was gonna say, you know what
Maybe it's a thing.
Almost certainly is. No, what I what my go-to has been was that I created an addition onto my mob farm, where now when I notice that there's a zombie villager in there, I can seal the upper part of it.
Yep, so, 2319.
Yeah, exactly. I could 2319 that shit, and I grab my axe instead of my sword. And I carefully clear out everything else, and then on the back of my mob farm now, there's now an evil back room of this mob farm.
Sir, you need to come with me. Sir.
Sir, because what I do is I just open up the back, and there's like 4 boats sitting wherever I make the hole, so that it walks towards me and into the fucking boats, and then I can instantly hit it with a potion of weakness and a golden apple, seal that back up, flip the lever, and then all the mobs still drop, and then I just wait. And then I fucking paddle that boat that it's sitting in over into the villager quarter that I've created. In my defense, I am making them each a little house with a bed.
Oh, eventually, yeah.
I have 2 so far because this method is very slow, but I find it much more rewarding than going to the villages that I know exist and coming back.
And their prices are cheaper.
My prices are so fucking good. I'm getting bottles of enchanting for 1 emerald each. 1 emerald for 1 bottle of enchanting.
I always thought it was fucked up too. If you don't like the price, you can infect them again and cure them again. Like, can you imagine like looking at a guy and be like, "No, I don't fuck with your prices." And then you bring the zombie in and he's like, "Ah!" He gets fucking. Then you cure him again and he's like, "Oh."
That's the type of shit that Negan was on in The Walking Dead. Like, unironically. Like I've told Ace before that I am genuinely worried that if the Walking Dead real, like
real,
if like that style of zombie, right? That's what when I'm talking like if specific zombie universe real, that's my way of saying if that specific zombie was real, not any zombie. Before anyone tries to make arguments with me in the comments about how I use that. No, but I worry that if the Walking Dead were real, because I see that personally. A very easy to defeat zombie. To be clear. It's one of the easiest zombie rules. Everyone's infected, so don't get bit, and when you die, destroy the brain. That's all you have to do.
Easy peasy.
That's all you have to do.
Step 1, step 2.
They don't run. They shamble most of the time. Like, they're mostly noise activated. They can't fucking smell you or shit. They're not the clickers that can fucking echolocate you in a goddamn room. Like, no, so... in this world where it's very easy for me to defeat the zombies, so I feel significantly less fear there. I do worry that I would become a local warlord if I was given any power. Mostly because I do believe that in that universe, and I've told Ace this, my primary method of interrogation would become letting a zombie bite one of your hands and then cutting it off. Telling you I'll only cut it off if you tell me what I need.
Oh, wow.
But the rule is that then if you cut it off fast enough, you don't get infected. You just lose a limb. And I'm like, if I'm cutting off fingers anyway in this torture interrogation scenario, because in the world of The Walking Dead, it becomes necessary. It always does.
It gets to a point.
It always gets to a point. And I will get to that point. I'm worried a little faster than I think I would, than I think I'm comfortable admitting, not only to myself, but to God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you get to relive that with zombie villagers.
So no, exactly. So this is
awesome.
This is as close as I'm getting to what my biggest fear about what happened. I'm not even worried about like if I die and slowly become infected. I'm more worried about me genuinely going insane and just becoming evil.
With that, are you ever like attributing like lore and dialogue to your Minecraft world?
Oh, 100%. There's so much fucking lore. So I hate to break it to you, but the villager quarter in my world does worship me as a god because I'm the only other human they've seen. Yeah. So, and I am what created them and saved them from themselves. So my plan is, unfortunately, in the villager quarter, once I get enough, I am gonna make a monument to myself because I think that's really funny. And this is almost entirely based on the fact that because of the way that the villagers fucking thing works, they each have a bed, a house, they have bookshelves, and they have a backyard. And every minute of every day they spend at their front door waiting for me to show up. That front door is open and they are standing in the doorway. And if they are not, they are sleeping. There's nothing else they do. Wait, because I don't have a fucking bell set up anywhere. So they're trying to go to the bell that's by my house, that I have in front of my house. Because I always put a doorbell in front of my house. Because what if, I don't care if it's single player, what if someone wants to stop by?
That's right.
And I always put a sign underneath my I always put a sign underneath my bell that says, "Wandering souls welcome, police come back with a warrant."
That's good.
Because in front of my Animal Crossing house, I have the first like custom thing that I made in my Animal Crossing New Horizons world was a welcome mat that said, "Come back with a warrant."
Hell yeah.
Because I thought it was really funny. I still think it's really funny. I was 19 when I did that, and that was so funny.
That's top tier. Sometimes you do make a joke years ago, and you look back at it, and you're like, no, that's
you're
fucking,
like, actually
that still holds up.
Yeah. So that's why now it's a tradition for me in every Minecraft world. I always make a doorbell, and underneath that doorbell, "Wandering souls welcome, police come back with a warrant."
Hell yeah. I've always tried to like make the villages and stuff, but they'll do weird shit. Well, like there'll be like a 2-block high thing, and they'll start killing themselves with it.
Yeah, that's why the secret is that you baby-proof the thing.
Yeah.
So they're always at their front door because on the other, so right in front of their front door is an open trap door.
Yeah.
That they can't pass through because it's not a 2-block high. But it's really funny because sometimes I also just like close that down if I'm like, "Stop fucking looking at me." Because they can't open it.
They can't.
and even if they could, they still couldn't walk past it because they can't crouch like I can.
Because I don't do it like me.
Yeah, they can't press shift like me.
I would love to see a villager fucking try. On my fucking God run yesterday, there was a blacksmith, and he was on his porch, and I mined the block out to get to the chest from the back, and then I continue walking, and he's still just like looking in the distance, like he didn't even know, dude. He's got fucking robbed from the back of the house, and he doesn't even know. I took 3 diamonds, an apple, an iron chest plate, and he just doesn't even fucking know.
That's how I feel when I find a village a little too early, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait for when they all go, because I know how the scheduling works. Because there's the way the schedule works is that it starts with them doing their jobs, but then they go to the village center, so they're drawn to the bell for a certain part of the day, and then they go back to their job block, and that's why they keep just standing at the door, because they also don't have job blocks, because I have them both maxed out. Because so they don't, I need those for other villagers. I need to make more clerics. So that's why they just stand there, because they're trying to go to the one thing that they can reach, which is the bell, because it starts with their job blocks. They go to the bell, they go back to their job blocks, and then they go to bed. If I remember correctly, I might be off. I don't keep that close track of it. I found this out when I looked up why they were doing that, because I was genuinely curious. I was like, there has to be like a code reason why, and there is.
Yeah, they got work time, they got break time, they got sleep time.
Exactly. So that's why they keep trying to go to work or to go to the other thing, and they just can't. So eventually, my plan is once I have enough of the villager corner made, I am going to open up their backyards into like essentially like a villager run, where because it doesn't really matter what house they go into because I don't let them out of their house until they finish until they're leveled all the way up. I need my trades. I'll be waking them up in the middle of the night. I need emeralds.
I need emeralds for sticks now.
Exactly. No, I have a Fletcher and a cleric, I think. Yeah. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think a lot can be said for like personality types for the way you interact and use villagers. Because one time, this was in Bedrock, I had a base I called Valhalla, and I had this big fucking house. It was called Fletcher Field House. Oh my god, like 20 Fletchers. Just fletching table. Top floor, bed. It was beautiful.
That's how I was making houses in The Sims when I was 8 years old for me and all of my friends.
Where I was like that.
Where I would just type motherlode like a million times, and then I'd make a giant like plot-sized mansion so that we never had to leave. Because and I would always make it where like the upstairs was just a living quarter. And it was always the shit, like, you know, as like an adult, like as a kid, you're like, it's like a sleepover all the time if I put all of our beds in one room and we all share one giant bathroom that just has a million sinks and everything in it. And then like you look back at it and you're adult and you're like, I made a prison camp for me and all of my loved ones. But you know what? Downstairs there is a restaurant, a club, an arcade, the pool that I don't remove the ladder in that one.
In that one. We get to keep the ladder.
Yeah, you get to keep the ladder in the inside pool. No, but like, I don't know. Maybe this is where I realized I was just playing shit weird and had, but like, I feel like when I talk to people, it's like a pretty universal experience. It's like you made one giant house and you were like, all of my friends and family are here.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, you go back in that save and you're like,
whoa,
this is This is horrifying.
I could never live here.
This is the worst dormitory.
Yeah, it sucks. I was never a Sims girly because I was raised a boy.
I was gonna say you couldn't be a Sims girly because you were a Sims boy.
No, not quite.
No, you were Fortnite.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm like a little bit of Roblox, a little bit of Minecraft, and Fortnite, and that's kind of it.
I was playing The Sims, Minecraft, and fucking Animal Crossing.
Way better combination. Sets you up for way more in life.
No, and the funny thing is that when
you have a degree, I don't.
Exactly, and it's because I played The Sims.
That's right.
So I'm thinking about going back to seminary. I'm thinking about getting my Master's of Arts and and I don't remember what the program. I think it's called like Congregant Leadership or something like that. It's basically just you're a leader. Come get a degree in it.
Come get your degree for it.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, why the fuck not?
I saw a meme on Twitter that was like turning 25 and it was a 3-way street and it said transition, Japan trip, or master's degree.
Fuck! I turned 25 this year.
Yeah, exactly. So you really got to choose.
Yeah, it is going to be a goddamn master's degree.
Yep.
Because I graduated debt-free, so I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, I could probably eck it out again.
Yeah.
Which is the worst part, is that I probably could, because it'd be another fucking 2-year degree. I still have that. God damn it!
Yep.
Fuck! I didn't want to do it again.
Yeah.
I thought I was safe.
You're fucking Katniss, man.
I really am. The fucking quarter quell just got announced, and I'm the only name in the bowl, bro. Fuck! Because I'm not transitioning, unfortunately. I tried that in my early 20s.
Tried that. Didn't work.
It didn't work.
It's like the Hulk. I put a bullet in my mouth. The other guy spit it back out.
I put he, they pronouns in my bio. The
other guy spit it back out.
Yeah, the other guy spit the S back in there.
Speaking of that, I did finish The Incredible Hulk. And it's not as bad as the first, 30 minutes or so.
Exactly.
It was getting over the hump. Fucking... Yeah.
Over the hill.
Over the hill.
But I get it. As someone that can't watch... as someone that's been told on many occasions that I would love Parks and Rec, but who can't get the first season to get to where it's actually good.
Yeah. That was me with Workaholics, too. I really wanted to watch Workaholics, but I was like, I'm just too old for this. If I discovered this a couple years ago, it's a maybe. I can't do it.
I have too many friends that feel that way about The Office that it makes me upset. They can't get through the first season of The Office where they didn't quite have
genuinely skip season 1. If you've been on the fence about The Office, just skip season 1. Maybe come back to it later, but honestly, when I rewatch The Office, I skip season 1. I can't stand fucking Michael with the weird hair and the fucking tight collar and shit.
See, I love watching the evolution of early Michael because I love watching him stop being Ricky Gervais about halfway through the season. It makes my heart feel good because I hate Ricky Gervais. And that's not even from
big man in the sky. Are you gonna pray to the?
It's not even that I argue that I've had to explain this to people. I'm like, I don't even hate Ricky Gervais because he's an annoying atheist. He's allowed to be an annoying atheist. I hate him because he's a pretentious asshole. Because as much as I think that the concept of the movie The Invention of Lying is interesting, that movie pisses me off so badly because it's not even because of its entirely bad faith reading of religion, of being a bunch of people that lied to be famous, which is fucking insane. I hate it because he's a pretentious asshole in that entire movie. And I love the concept of that movie, and I think you could do the lying your way into making religion real thing fine if you weren't being a pretentious asshole about it.
Yeah.
But he's so far up his own ass and has been for so many years, he can't write anything good. And that's what pisses me off about him.
That's fair. I feel like we had a midpoint here. Oh wait, yeah, it was Hulk. It was Hulk stuff.
Yeah, it was Hulk. I became the Incredible Hulk about Ricky Gervais for a second.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Right. But yeah, it was just because I really I had my 30 minutes in Hulk, and I was like, I can't do it, but I really wanted to watch Iron Man 2, and I'm like, no, I have to earn this. I have to finish Hulk.
I have to earn Iron Man 2.
But yeah, I think the reason it's kind of shit is just because it's just doing Raimi Spider-Man but worse, I feel. Or that's what Ed Norton was trying to make it. He was like, you know what, fucking superhero movies can be this dramatic, cool thing. And Universal and Marvel are like, no man, we just want Hulk smash movie, big green guy.
Big guy.
Big I can't fit the syllables right. It's a Rubik's Cube.
I'm you work. I'm also working.
Banner Hulk guy pants okay.
Banner Hulk guy pants okay.
Yeah, and that's the title of the video.
Fuck.
I don't know. But yeah, no, I got through it. I got over it, and Iron Man 2 was fucking sick. I love Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is one of the ones that I I think I saw that one in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to remember. Most of the superhero movies kind of blend together for me, especially
as they should.
Yeah.
I used to be the type that's like, if someone would say that, I'd be like, how could you?
You were like that at the beginning with me at the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but part of it's just because when I was a kid, I used to get dragged to superhero movies like before I really liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So then like I have vivid memories. My dad took me to see, I want to say it's The Dark Knight Rises.
Sure, 2012.
Yeah, something like that. I see. The thing is, I don't remember the year, but what I do remember is I didn't like the movie very much because I was an 11 or 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But I do remember. Is Dark Knight Rises the one where the Joker does the "you want to see a magic trick" and fucking bashes it with the pencil?
That's Dark Knight.
Is that just Dark Knight? Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Like I said, they all fucking bleed together. Especially because those are usually ones that I watch in succession now as an adult. So it's they bleed together even more.
Yeah.
I usually watch Dark Knight and then Dark Knight Rises. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, because that's the only scene I remember seeing in the theater was that, because I spent 99% of the rest of that movie in the bathroom on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I was just, according to my dad, what happened, because I just gotten, and the worst part was that this wasn't a smartphone, because Dark Knight 2008, this was a flip phone. I was playing a fucking shitty little Final Fantasy ripoff on my Motorola. No, but like, according to my dad, what happened was I kept getting up and leaving because I was bored and I didn't want to annoy other people.
Yeah.
Right before all of the good shit in that movie happens that like I now enjoy as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, and I couldn't convince you to stay because I had to be honest, the parts that you were seeing were all the boring parts.
Yeah.
So I get why you didn't like this movie because you got up to actually pee the first time. And I missed the first fight scene. And then there's nothing that happens for so long after that.
Yeah.
As an 8-year-old girl. Because again, I'm like 7 or 8 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
And those Batman movies, too, there are a lot of, like, guys talking in a room. And
yeah,
if you're not into it, I can't blame anyone.
Yeah, no, especially, again, I cannot emphasize enough that my dad brought an 8-year-old girl to see that because he didn't want to see it alone.
Yeah, that's fair.
And and that's really funny to me because I do think that if I just sat my ass down and watched, I would have liked it. But because I got up during the first good part, because I just happened to have to pee then. Yeah. And then sat back down and then only sat for like the boring parts and then got up to walk around and got bored during the good part and then came back for the boring part. Like, it was just unfortunate.
And that's where timing. A lifelong sunk cost fallacy was born. And it never leaves.
Exactly. Now I just piss myself in the theater instead. Yeah. Just in case.
That's honestly how I get sometimes. Not actually pissing myself, but I have my greatest fear is like choosing to pee in a movie or choosing to leave the movie to pee and missing like a cool part or honestly not even missing a cool part. It's just I value kind of every piece, and it's like if I like no matter what part I miss, even if it is like a boring part, I might have liked it.
No, yeah, and I always feel bad because Ace knows that I feel the same way because of the Dark Knight thing. Yeah. So now every time like we're there together and I need like a refill or something, I'll be like, I'll go get it. I'm like, Ace, you've gotten up 3 times during this movie now because you need a refill and now I need a refill and we need a popcorn refill. Mm-hmm. Sit your ass down. I'll just be thirsty.
Yeah. So it gets to that point.
Like, but he wants to help me so bad.
Of course.
I love Ace so much, but it is really funny how often he'll legitimately come up to me like, do you need your water refilled? Do you want like a snack?
Do you want like anything?
Yeah, like do you need like a blanket? Do you need anything? And I'll be like, no. He'll be like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like,
send me on a fetch quest now.
Bro loves a fetch quest. Well, he's ladies, get yourself an acts of service as his love language man, and you will never have to refill that water bottle again in your life.
So true. So true.
And people will argue that acts of service means doing like specific things that are like really like doing things, and I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be anything specific. Ace just likes doing things for me. He just likes
doing stuff and things.
He makes my plate every night and he picks out my pajamas just because he likes to, and I don't like to do those things. I don't feel like getting up and making my plate, so he makes it and brings it back for me. I don't feel like getting up and grabbing my pajamas, so he'll be like, do you want any specific pajamas? I'm like, no, you pick.
Yeah, and especially when you've been together so long, he knows the fucking Matrix. He sees the code.
Yeah.
It's like a second Matrix reference.
Average trans woman.
Exactly. This is like the Matrix, guys.
This is like
and Metal Gear Solid.
I love that post where it's like guy who's only seen. I love making jokes like that because I leaned over to Ace during fucking Iron Lung and I was like, this kind of reminds me of this series of YouTube videos that I saw from this Asian guy. I think his name was Mark Wrench.
Yeah. That was, I have the fucking bartender at work. He's completely unfamiliar with Markiplier, and like he does some like YouTube shit, like he knows like PewDiePie or whatever.
Is this the Shane Top bartender?
No. He's not a bartender.
Oh no.
Thank God.
My bad.
But no. He's the one I was dressed as for the bro pod.
Yeah.
But he was just like
Zach Bagans.
Yeah. He was just fucking around, and he's like, let's just take this whole thing and Markipply it. And everybody's made the joke a million times, but it's just
I've been saying this.
He just loved saying it. I want to see the whole thing, and I want us to Markipply it by a factor of 2 at least.
I am kind of obsessed with his choice to use a mix of Mark Fischbach and Markiplier in the marketing.
So I think
because on the poster it says directed by Mark Fischbach.
Yeah.
And in the credits it says Mark Fischbach, but in the opening credits it says like a movie by Markiplier.
And most posters do say Markiplier, I think. Like the one I have at my theater says Markiplier, but the one on the screen at the theater we were at said Mark Fischbach. So I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm like, I don't know if like, because there was that clip that he says like, if you see the name Markiplier attached to this movie, I put it there. Like, don't think people are trying to discredit me. I don't want it to say Mark Fischbach. I want it to say Markiplier. So that's where I'm like kind of 50-50 on like why it says what where.
I think
I'm like, I don't even know if that was like an official poster we took a picture at.
Which is really funny when you consider. No, I was telling Ace, I was like, part of me wonders if it's a Screen Actors Guild thing.
Oh, maybe.
Because because he's acting in this movie, I wouldn't be surprised if he had to join SAG, and if he had to join SAG as if he had to decide whether he wanted to join as Markiplier or Mark Fischbach, and he joined SAG as Mark Fischbach, which is why in the credits he's listed as Mark Fischbach, but the movie is by Markiplier because as a director he doesn't have to use his Screen Actor Guild. But I don't know for sure because I'm not in the Screen Actors Guild.
Contrary to popular belief,
I'm not in the Screen Actors Guild. I do have friends that are SAG members, but I don't know how it works because I've never asked them.
But yeah, that does make sense.
But that's the only reason why I can imagine it was like that, and that's also why it would make sense that some of the posters would say like Mark Fischbach and why some would say Markiplier because it depends on whether the poster is referring to Mark Fischbach, the actor, or Markiplier, the director. Yeah,
whether it's a film by or directed by.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was so funny in the opening credits too, how many like they were doing the little names thing with like the 8-digit thing, and then just Markiplier.
Markiplier.
Like everyone had their first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name, Markiplier.
Yeah. I also cool. I found it funny that we found out that we didn't notice Jacksepticeye was in it.
And Valkyrie, our eyes were just not open.
Okay, so apparently, Jacksepticeye was in the fucking. He was one of the scientists.
Yeah, like, I assumed so when I heard like who all was in it. I'm like, I'm trying to,
but I can't
picture all the supporting roles it could be.
I can't figure out where the fuck Valkyrie was.
I think she was the hallucination voice. Like when
I don't know. I think that was a different girl. I'm pretty sure because she wasn't listed with like the name, but she was like. And I think she was listed down more of like an additional, like she was listed down with like the extras and stuff.
Yeah, then I
don't know.
We'll have to rewatch it.
Oh no!
And I get free tickets. Oh
Fuck.
no!
Oh no! I'm Markiplier, Mark Fischbach. I'm begging you, give me a physical release.
I think he will.
Oh, I want a DVD release so bad. I'm care.
Sure he probably already planned on it because he wasn't expecting it to go to many theaters. Well, I guess it could go either way then.
I want a physical copy of this movie so no one can ever take it away from me. Because like it was, I'm so glad that we finally got a good movie from a YouTuber.
That's right. It's no Ghostmates, but it'll do.
Yeah. It's no Smosh the movie.
Doesn't know what pen ultimately means, dude. Yeah.
It's no Smosh the movie, but
But I agree. It does deserve a physical release. And I think they completely axed the YouTube Originals brand, so there's no real hope for it becoming one of those, because honestly, also they like deleted most of the YouTube Originals videos. Like when I sent you that letterbox list, I was planning on going through all those. So I was trying to find like a fucking Liza Koshy Christmas or whatever, and it just doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, like it might be lost media.
Yeah, it was like a lot of the YouTube Red Originals, unless they got pirated or not. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, most of them did.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's part of why they don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. But I think it's partly just because now that YouTube is actually getting the rights to real movies and shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're less likely to do that. I feel like now, usually if I see something like that, it's for like an event.
Yeah.
Like it is like when I think when Dan and Phil put their tours on YouTube, it's usually, I know it originally was YouTube Red exclusive, which is why I got YouTube Red before it was YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
Because that's what it used to be called. It used to be called YouTube Red exclusive back in the day.
Yep. And it would go.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Wait, no. I forgot what I was gonna say. It was murdered in my own fucking mind.
Good job.
I don't know. I guess I was gonna say just like the turnaround, the profit on like making a YouTube original, especially, probably was just shit. Like even with the big names, like we're Rhett and Link buddy system and Ghostmates and Smart, and like it just wasn't working. You know, even when you went for like the fucking big dogs, like it just.
Well, I think that when they started, they probably made the money back from people starting to use it, but I think they realized that they weren't going to keep getting that constant influx. It became more of a steady flow, but that steady flow wasn't high enough to justify making arguably theatrical level releases.
Yeah. Well, and the only way they could make the money back was by shoving it in everyone's recommended. Do you remember the first episode of Scare PewDiePie? It wouldn't leave the homepage.
No.
You could fucking press not interested. It didn't matter. That thing was front and center.
I remember I didn't watch Escape the Night when it came out. I even still haven't watched it. I've only ever watched like behind the scenes stuff about Escape the Night because it was pushed to me so heavily by YouTube's algorithm. It pissed me off. Oh. Because it was it was the first time I remember becoming so aware of exactly what slots on the homepage and in my recommended were paid for by YouTube. Because Escape the Night would be in 2 to 3 of them.
Yep.
And I'd be like, I don't even watch Joey Graceffa like that.
Yeah. And do you remember the fucking the trailer for that stupid Logan Paul movie? How many sides are there on a Pentagon? Remember that?
Oh my god, yeah, the thinning.
I feel like a sleeper cell. The thinning. Yeah.
Oh my god. No,
it's crazy.
No, it's not the thinning. It's the thinning.
Is it?
I'm almost certain it is.
I wanna play the first couple seconds of the ad just to
feel something.
Just to get a hit. 2016.
Just a hit of 2016 real quick.
No, it's just the thinning.
Is it? I guess I heard too many people calling it the thinning as a joke.
You ready?
This October.
He has to do
Check out
intro.
the official trailer for my new movie, The Thinning.
How many sides are there on a Pentagon?
How many sides does a pentagon have?
Oh, fuck.
How many sides does a pentagon have?
Yeah, it was before I was a fucking YouTube Premium subscriber. So every fucking video had that ad.
There's someone that's too famous to be in that movie that's in it. Who is it? Is it Peyton List?
That sounds familiar.
Is she the one that's in it? Because I remember the girl in that movie, everyone was like, she's too famous to be in the fucking Logan Paul movie. I'm looking it up. We're going IMDb.
They'll kill you. Yeah.
I'm not making an account on IMDb. I refuse. I patently refuse. I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, no, I'll do it.
I forgot.
How could you?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was distracted by the fact that I was almost 40 minutes late for our recording today.
That's all right.
Yeah, happens.
Peyton List, yeah, you were right.
Yes! Mm-hmm. I remember some things.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb Worthy.
Yeah, he was the right amount of famous to be in that movie. Well, because at this point, Peyton List was already doing movies, but Caleb was still on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So, like, that makes sense. Because Logan was also still on Disney Channel at this point, which was how
they sniped a bunch of Disney Channel people.
Well, yeah, because Logan was on Disney. This was either during or right after Bizarre Bark. So
someone ordered a Kirk burger with a side of Kirk fries and a Kirk shake. Beautiful clip, man. I love that one.
I saw genuine anger in my my conservative uncle's eyes because he overheard me saying Loker genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is I was saying it to Ace. And so like, and I just saw him like look up and like look at me like, and then like go back to his phone. And I had to like stop myself from being like, Ace, I triggered him.
It's funny because you said that in the tone when Tony Stark is like, I saw Americans killed by the very weapons we manufacture.
I got in trouble with my conservative uncle.
How I got canceled.
For real.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sorry,
tough.
I was slipping out. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you been getting all the Nutella tricks on your timeline? You
Huh?
skipped this? On the Twitter timeline. Okay, so it was somebody saying like they don't teach you stuff like this in school, and it was someone putting a mixer into Nutella to make it more liquidy. You didn't get any of this?
No.
Dude, my timeline has all been Nutella tricks and how people are like, yeah, we used to skip Nutella tricks class. It's reminiscent of like the don't stay in school where it's like, yeah, they didn't fucking teach us this.
I fear that my timeline has been like legitimately half the Epstein list and half Smosh Twit.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no, and also and Hugh Morris is, don't worry, Hugh Morris is also there. I love Hugh Morris.
I realized during the Iron Lung trailers, it's a play on humorous.
You realized
Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, we got to talk about Hugh Morris on the podcast. But I'm like, that sounds like such a like name. Like, why did they even do that? Hugh Morris. And then I was thinking about Humongous, the fucking H3H3 guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this has to be a play. Hugh Morris. He's dressed as a clown. Hugh Morris.
I'm so glad you finally got it, Queen.
And then I turned to you and said, Scream 7.
Yeah, the fucking trailer for Scream 7 plays and Nolynn just leans over and just goes, Scream 7. And then she did enough that I had to do it to Ace, and Ace glared at me.
Yeah. He kind of looked over like, what is happening?
He didn't like that one. Ace was not a fan of Scream 7. Our bad.
Yep.
He wasn't. You know what? That's what he gets for being old.
Exactly. Have a heart.
Meet my man, born in 1999.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because I guess if I do the math, but that's funny.
Yeah.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, me and my man whose birth year starts with 19. Mind you, mine is, I've been 2001. It's not.
Think about it. His starts with a 1, yours ends with a 1.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Exactly. If you add his and mine together, you get 4,000.
Holy shit.
Straight.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We need to like work
capitalize
on
this.
Yeah. You can say I love you 4,000 Iron Man. Oh, that's 3,000. Dang it.
That's the worst part is that everything is like, because I was going to make a joke about like we're going to blast off to the year 4,000. I was like, no, that's 3,000. No one gives a shit about more love for the year 4,000.
Dude, 4,000 fell off. Maybe it was never on in the first place.
Fuck.
We need to
known.
fucking, dude, I just saw 3,000 was in the Epstein files. We need to switch to 4,000.
No! Dude, everyone's in the fucking Epstein files.
That's right. Except I saw a quote from Diddy that said like, I'm not even in the Epstein files. Why am I locked up? It's like, well, you have your own files, dude.
Wait, I saw this fucking post earlier that I saved because I sent it to Ace. Sorry, I'm fucking Gen Z and have a million rattly things on my phone. I'll send this to you so you can put it on the fucking thing. It's like, I just realized Dick Cheney isn't even in the files. He just did all that for the love of the game.
Yeah.
And it's an image of Dick Cheney in Super Heaven.
Super Heaven.
Yeah.
The Hassan tweet that was like, dude, Biden's not even like adjacent to the Epstein files. Why the fuck was he doing all that Israel shit?
He's just dick riding Israel for the love of the game.
Just for the love of the game.
There we go. I'm sending you the Dick Cheney image.
Appreciate it.
No, but I had to save that to send to Ace because I don't know if I've told you this. So when I don't even know how long. Do you remember anything about Operation Desert Storm?
No.
Okay. So when Operation Desert Storm was happening, they made trading cards of all of the things and people that were involved. Like, so most of them were weapons. But Ace, for the last probably like 20 years at this point, has carried the Dick Cheney Desert Storm trading card in his wallet.
Beautiful.
Because it's just something that he's always had and is one of the funniest things that it's to the point that when because I find these like trading cards a lot and these like collector's cards a lot at vintage shops because there's a lot of places that love just buying them in bulk and having like 3 whole tables that are just these. And I love them because
PSA 10 Dick Cheney.
No, and it's so funny because these aren't like playing like these aren't like cards that you can play any games with or anything. Like they're just collector and trading cards.
Yeah.
It's like baseball cards. But for Dick Cheney and other people that were involved in Operation Desert Storm.
That's funny.
Ace and I's White Whale. Ace and I's White Whale is the Osama bin Laden Operation Desert Storm card because it exists.
How much does it go for on eBay?
No clue because we refuse to buy it separate. It has to come in a pack for us.
Interesting.
Like that, because it's the only way. Because we remember when those cards were actively being sold at shitty gas stations. So like now, like it's kind of like how you can only buy comic books at Circle K half the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, no, so we every so often, because I like buying them because a lot of times there's just ones for movies that were coming out. So I have like a small collection of ones from Grease and like Little Shop of Horrors and stuff like that. But I usually try to buy a couple packs of Desert Storm ones if I can find them because Ace and I want to find an Osama bin Laden card.
That's right.
Because it has to be there.
And it's like Pokemon, you have to shuffle them in the right way and then it'll be at the back. And
I'm not kidding when I tell you that we open it with the back facing us and we flip them up like fucking Pokemon cards. We don't collect any other cards. We just collect these because it's such like a stupid thing to have trading cards for. Because most of it's just like this plane, this helicopter, this bomb. It's like it's the most fucking American thing we can think of.
Yeah.
And so it's so funny. And it also feels nice knowing in my heart of hearts that like by buying this we are not supporting the military industrial complex they were meant for because the guy that we're paying like $3 for this pack of cards for bought the box for 20 cents. Yeah. On a pallet. Yeah. So it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
He wasn't even supporting the military industrial
It just kept going.
Yeah, it's because my rattly ass phone knocked over my big fucking Owala. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was as we know, this isn't another Minecraft segment. Don't worry. I'm looking at the viewers. I was playing Minecraft last night. Wait, I swear to God, don't skip. And a song came on from Deltarune, and it reminds me of a movie, but I can't really put my finger on it. I have a hunch. But I need you to listen to this part of My Castletown from Deltarune Chapter 2 and let me know if it sounds like just like an ending to a movie that's like kind of not like ambiguous, but kind of like chilling and weird, but not like, yeah, anyway, I'll just play it. Oh shit. All right, it's a minute in. What do you... Here's the part.
It's such like a tinkly piano. I don't know what it's called, but it reminds me of this like TikTok audio that's used fucking constantly. Okay. First, like, part of my thing is that it's used a lot in like the book talk space for people that are recommending mysteries. Okay. But I think it's just like a royalty-free piano thing. But like it is that same.
Does it? But is there like kind of like a vague movie comes to mind, right? Like with a weird like narration ending.
Yeah, it feels. It feels like it fits into like that Tim Burton style of like weird like it almost weirdly enough it kind of reminds me of Edward Scissorhands.
I've never seen it, but it could be that.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's also reminiscent of Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Just a little bit in that like 3/4. Yeah.
No, but it's just because like Tim Burton in a lot of his movies the soundtrack behind it sounds a lot like that. Edward Scissorhands ASMR. It's just light snipping. No, I need the soundtrack. There we go. Ice Dance from the Edward Scissorhands soundtrack is what I'm thinking of. I think it also feels kind of like I'm trying to talk over it, so it's not just like playing out. It also kind of like feels very like end of Matilda-esque almost. Also never seen that. You've never seen Matilda?
No.
Bro, we need to have a movie night and you need to watch Matilda. I fucking love that movie. We just watched it for Tuesday night movie night recently. No, but it kind of feels like that.
Okay.
Like,
here's my hunch. The ending of Saving Mr. Banks.
That's almost certainly what you're thinking of.
I think that's what it is because it's in the same like kind of like meter or whatever, and it's in 3/4, and it's a variation on Chim Chimmery. I looked up the ending of Saving Mr. Banks, and I'm like 95% sure that's what it is because that's like where my weird like voiceover thing comes into because he's like winds from the east, you know. Yeah. But I think that's what I'm hearing, but
unfortunately,
without anyone to go, that's what it is.
I was gonna say I hate to break it to you. There was just this weird thing in like the early 2000s where every movie sounded like that at the end.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of why you're having so much more vague memories of it, whereas I'm more able to be like, no, it reminds me of like Edward Scissorhands, like Matilda, because these are movies that you haven't seen but are very much ingrained in the in the culture TM.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my little song because it's a beautiful little melody. But I'm like, what does that make me think of? But I think it's Saving Mr. Banks. Yeah. Sound off in the comments the craziest 2000s movie you know.
Yeah, I'm hoping because in my ears it sounded like you couldn't really hear Ice Dance.
It should be.
And
fine.
I talked over
worst
it.
case, I have a tool to split the music from voices, so
Sweet.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, that was why. But yeah, if you're wondering which one I was playing, it was specifically Ice Dance that it made me think of because my mom really liked Edward Scissorhands when I was a kid. Oh, fuck.
The episode of bumping shit and going crazy. Oh my god. Now you have to fasten it again.
No. What if I just didn't? Sorry to our audio listeners.
Yeah, I think we like cheers microphones there for a second.
Yeah, and we definitely did. But if it makes you feel any better, it didn't sound that bad it just sounded like rattling.
Good to know we can do that.
Yeah, it's just not as funny of a bit for audio listeners because it's just rattling.
You poor things.
Sorry, guys.
You get the worst experience.
Our bad.
All the damn time.
That's true in general. I was trying to listen to fucking Smosh Reddit stories today while I was getting ready. And there was a part and the one that they uploaded this weekend, which where fucking Ian just made a joke and he did like a jerking off motion, and because they were talking about this guy that was they were reading a Reddit story, and the long and short of it was that this guy, his wife was having a medical episode, and he was going to, as he called it, training, which was karate practice, and he was like, I have to go to training, and then because I've been so stressed recently, I might have to go to the massage therapist after. And people were calling. They were like, "Hey, I think that he's cheating." And he was like, "Oh yeah, he was getting a massage." And and they were like, "I'm sorry, audio listeners, you didn't have the worst experience of that, but you know everyone else did." And everyone was like, and Ian was like, "No, they could probably hear the jerking off motion in the way that I said getting a massage."
Yeah, you can hear like in the voice, like it's just there.
You know, and it was really funny because I had watched that, like I was just listening to it because I was in the shower with soap in my hair, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, no, yeah, I could hear the jerking off motion in the way that he said it, because it wasn't even that I could hear like the motion itself, but I could hear the energy, the vibe, if you will, and the way they went. Yeah, he was gonna massage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I can't properly recreate it because I'm not Ian Hecox, unfortunately.
When you're really like in tune with the creators you're watching, you can kind of like you get the video in your head.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Smosh Reddit stories. Like I think that's genuinely part of the reason why I don't like watching episodes with guests as much, because I can't picture exactly how they're sitting on the couch in reaction to what was just said and what the movement was, but I can picture how Angela is sitting on the couch.
I have beef with guest episodes of podcasts. Not that like we can never do them, because like I like our Valerie episode. I liked our Shelby episode. Rest in peace, Lost Media.
Rest in peace, Lost Media.
But yeah, it is tough when the fucking that's the number one reason I'm on the Yard Premium, is because when they have a guest episode, the premium episode won't be a guest episode. Sometimes that's nice, but I always watch the guest episode like video version. It's just I can't do like guest episode, especially when I'm not familiar with them, as an audio episode. You know, like they had like Rainbolt on, and I'm like, I don't.
Oh, there was the one day that I did, the one guest that I did really, really appreciate that they had on, because was Quentin Reviews. Because I was like, I can picture my boy Quentin. I can picture my boy. No, and then I also like when they have like, well, this is kind of a loaded statement. I like when they have Ife Nwadwe on there. I did not like his takes in the last episode that he was in. Because he's had some very controversial takes over the time.
But Rachel Sennott level.
it's a lot of like being in story, like hearing stories about how people are being treated shittily by their parents and being like, yeah, but that's still your mom though.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like shit that I personally dislike, but for a lot of like a lot of people can't have the same like.
Yeah.
I'm also a slight fucking offender, but it is my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my mom. Like I've been actively trying to get closer to my mom, despite how I know how that always makes me feel because that's my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah. But it's one of those things where there was an episode that he was in recently that it was like egregious. It was like, no, you can't. There's no reconciling there. That's just abuse.
That's just abuse, man.
And he's like, yeah, but that's still.
That's just she gave birth to you, bro.
I think I think that was the most recent one. I don't remember. I don't keep track of Smosh drama because if I tried to keep track of every time the Smosh fandom made shit up to just be, and I don't mean made shit up in like a.
You went on a long rant about Smosh Twitter that one time.
Yeah, because I don't even mean made shit up in like a like they didn't say that. I mean in like a making up things to be mad at.
Yeah. The fucking like like being online has diluted what you think a problem is to the point where like I love that image.
But sometimes there are actual problems. I get that. And that was like a time where it was like that's just a bad take.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like that sometimes. I think it was also partly because I think that was a dual guest episode. And dual guest episodes never go as well as single guest episodes when it comes to especially Smosh Reddit stories. Because I love Shane. But as a host, he refuses to disagree with guests sometimes and disagree with people that are sitting because he's reading the story and he's trying to be neutral.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I'm like, Shane, you need to say something.
Yeah,
here.
it's like I can tell you're kind of being weird with the way you're reacting. Like I know what you're really thinking, but it's not matching what you're saying.
And it's not even that. It's also just like at a certain point, I'm like, you kind of need to step in and tell people like, hey. No, eventually. But I also feel that way about like episodes that like regular cast members are in. Like sure. Amanda also has a bad habit of going, well, that's your mom. And because people who have good relationships with their parents will never understand what it's like to have a bad relationship with their parents. So there will always be that, but it's your parent feeling. It's like, nope. Sometimes that isn't enough.
Mm-hmm. That's how I'm kind of getting with my grandma. I'm in you ever in household drama? It's like online drama, but it's like household. My grandma, once again, because I'm going there way later tonight for dinner, and she creates a poll in the iMessage group chat, which I didn't even know you could do. And I didn't even know she was capable of that either.
That's crazy.
That was like, do we want like fucking campfire fries or mashed potatoes or like some other side? And then my parents both voted on it, and then she says, waiting for Nolo. And I'm like, I told you to stop calling me Nolo. Or this is what I'm thinking. Is like a year ago, I said, don't call me that. You can call me Nolynn, my name.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's like, if my birth name was Nolan, and I told you to call me Abigail, maybe that's hard. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's just I'm asking you to spell it a different way.
Yeah, I'm not even asking you to say it differently.
Nope. Which I can always tell. But I'm I'm just asking you to spell it a different way, especially just in iMessage. So I say I told you to call me Nolynn. Period.
Yeah.
And okay, right? And so not that, but then my dad texted me, be nice to your grandma. Use please and thank you at least, which is like I kind of get it, but it's like
that's my name.
It's my name. It's so I'm like
would you use please and thank you if someone was just calling me the wrong name for fun?
Like exactly. It's weird. And especially when it's a nickname, I told you to stop calling me.
No, and I can like and this I always feel bad saying this, but I can kind of sympathize as someone that like with that specific thing because people always want to put IE at the end of my name.
Ooh,
because when I like for most of my childhood and like until basically I hit college, I went by Jessie everywhere because that's what my dad called me. That's what I introduced myself as to the kids at school, stuff like that. And the way that we always spelled it was Jessi.
Mm-hmm.
It was just how we always did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be fair, there's no real correct way to spell Jessie with my full name because my full name's Jessalyn.
Yeah.
So it's the most correct thing would have been a Y.
Yeah,
because
right.
That's the only one that's in my name.
Exactly.
So like no, but people would always spell it like Jessie, or they would spell Jessalyn wrong because the way that Jessalyn is spelled is like kind of like it's like NNE at the end, so people want to just put N or NN. I'm like, no, it's the
it's the full all of it.
It's the full Monty, baby.
Netflix Premium Plus.
Yeah, but I genuinely, it looks better that way.
Yeah,
I get why my mom did it. It does look better that way because
it's fucking slay.
It is. I love my name, but like but I had so many times in my life where people would like I would correct people on the spelling of my name and they'd be like, but it's spelled, it sounds the same, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, because that's not my fucking name.
Exactly.
Mine. And don't even get me started on the fact that I had a coworker at Cracker Barrel. I worked there for 7 years, and she called me Jessica the entire time, which is just not my name.
Yeah, it's like you can look at the schedule, you can look at my name tag. You can look at...
Yeah, I was like, my apron is right here.
Yeah.
My name Jessalyn, it didn't even say Jess. It said Jessalyn. Is right here.
Yeah, that's Jessica or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, we worked together for 7 fucking years. We worked together the entire time. She still works there. She worked there when I started. She's still there now that I left.
She's like, man, I miss Jessica.
Yeah, I'm like, for real.
That's fucked up.
No.
But yeah, I'm in the fucking beef, man. My dad's all mad at me for saying that, and I'm like,
name drama is also why I got pulled out of Catholic preschool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a teacher there that kept spelling my fucking name wrong. Everything came home with IE on it because I'm in preschool. I can't write my fucking name. They're teaching me how to write my name. And so everything was coming home with IE after a certain point because for a while I was correcting them and then it started coming home with IE. And my parents asked me what happened. My preschool teacher told me that if I corrected her one more time about my name, her head was going to explode.
I think my grandma said those words exactly.
Yeah, and my mom went into her fucking room and went, then get it right.
That's right. That's right. At a certain point.
Because she was like, you've had her in here for, because this was like halfway through the year that this happened. So she's like, you've had her in here for half a fucking year. She corrected you for the first half. And you still can't get it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I spent 1 year in Catholic preschool, despite not being Catholic. Which is also funny. But that was the thing that solidified my parents from being like, no, she's going into public school.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like that, first of all, that happened at a private school, and second of all, that nothing happened because of it.
Yeah, that's where it gets weird.
Yeah. Because my parents also didn't like that. Basically, when that happened, they were told, hey, you need to be less harsh on the teachers. And my mom was like, they're getting her name wrong.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
Such a simple thing to yeah.
Yeah, like, it was just straight, like, it was bad enough to the point that we all got, like, these little, like, commemorative books, and I'm almost certain my name is spelled wrong in that book, even though I corrected them.
Yep.
And I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure that I ended up scribbling over it at some point and rewriting my name underneath in my shitty little, like, like, second grade scrawl, you know?
Kid handwriting is so funny.
Oh, it's always so funny. And my favorite thing is when people don't grow out of it.
Yeah. It's taken me a long time, and it hasn't gotten much better, but it's like I'm finally making my T's like this instead of with the little tail on it.
Well, and there's also, like, I feel like boy handwriting and little kid handwriting are the same. So I think it might also just be that you're developing your girl handwriting, TM.
Yeah. And it takes a long time to grow, let me tell you. And much like breasts.
No, I was explaining to Ace recently that I have to Ace has the worst handwriting, but I do have to give him a pass because he's left-handed.
Ah, yeah.
So he also had to learn, like, fucked up, like, holding his hand above the paper so it doesn't smudge.
Yeah.
So he gets really stressed having to sign his name on cards. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
He'll sit there and he'll adjust his grip a bunch of times because he doesn't write very often anymore either.
Yeah.
And, like, in adulthood, so he's just he's also not super comfortable holding a pen anymore. Because usually when he's signing, like, documents and shit, he can just kind of scribble across it and then write the date, whatever. But, like, signing a card, he tries to actually make his name kind of legible. So yeah, it was.
But not in a way that looks like a kid wrote it too, because there's kind of pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So usually what it ends up being is that, like, when Ace and I are giving someone a card, it'll be like whatever, and then if we want to write a message, I write in the message, and then I write, like, love, Jessie, and then I hand Ace
here you go, fill in the blank, buddy.
Good luck.
Good luck. Try your best. We'll support you no matter what.
Exactly. And sometimes there was one time that it was so bad that he went out and bought a different card. That's
funny. I need a redo.
Genuinely, because it it was like a get well card for someone. So he wanted it to be legible, and the way he wrote it, he just perfectly smudged it where it just was fucking awful. So he's like, no, we're not giving them this. That's just embarrassing, especially because mine, you know, you can tell that I wrote mine first and left it for him because mine didn't smudge at all.
Yeah.
So, because I try to do that so that he doesn't have to worry about my writing at all. He can drag across that to write his shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in like a perfect world, he like we would take the time to like sit and practice or do all that, but it doesn't really matter. That's the only time that it becomes an issue for him. So.
Yeah, I had to, for just a couple months, I had to write with my left hand because I had shingles and they would just come under my fingernails. I'm like, we can't do that. So I had to learn to write left hand. And I had a friend who was ambidextrous, and I could tell they were getting jealous because they were like, you know, actually it hurts your neural pathways if you try to learn left hand and you've been doing right hand your whole life.
That's not even true.
I know.
It's
they made up so many lies.
I was gonna say that's genuine. It's actually good for you to try to learn to write with your left hand because it opens more.
Dude, it wasn't. They were the type that would like find like any little thing they could like call themselves just to have like another little like quirk. They're like, I'm colorblind, and I'm like, which one? Tritanopia, protanopia, or deuteranopia? And they're like, the blue and green one. And I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, crazy that you don't know the name for it.
Crazy.
I went to high school with someone like that, and she used to tell people that she had Tourette's just so she could say slurs whenever she wanted.
Right. It's always shit like
Which
that.
is also crazy because she was half black, so like she could say most of the slurs that she wanted to say anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I miss my little left hand. I kind of wish I stayed with it, and then I could fucking fist pencils.
You could bring it back.
I could. For the premium episode, we're going to be writing with our left hands.
Oh my God. Writing with our left hands while we talk about iron lung in depth.
Yeah, exactly. You have to come in with an essay that you wrote with your left hand and see if you can read it on the podcast a day after you wrote it.
Oh my God. No. I would not be able to read it. I already write Ace always says that I have such mom handwriting because it's like it's all fast, it's all looped together, it's like half cursive. You've seen my handwriting. No, yeah, but Ace calls it mom handwriting because he's like, because you can only fucking read it half the time anyway. And I'm like, yeah,
that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
What are you gonna do?
I developed it's kind of funny because my handwriting is really similar to my mom's because we were both servers. So we both just have really fast handwriting. So it all kind of loops together.
Yeah.
From between serving and being someone that likes taking notes in class, in college. Because I know not everyone does, which is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
I love taking notes.
Note taking is OP. I hate to say it. And studying. It's
I only studied by note taking. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
My favorite study method was to sit in a lecture and watch a PowerPoint presentation go all the way through. And then right after that, sit down with that PowerPoint presentation and then take my notes.
Yeah. I was thinking about how much I miss pop culture in the media class, even though it was a little exhausting. Here's what I miss specifically is watching a bullshit movie or episode of TV show, remembering, fuck, I have that assignment to do, and going, I think I'll just do it on the episode.
Yeah.
It was so much fun,
and having a 100% success rate.
Right.
Is the worst
Here's my
part.
feminist criticism of a Nathan For You episode. Like, oh my God, man.
That was great for you. I remember that.
Dude, I binged all of Nathan For You in 2 days. It was so cool.
I got to spend the entire finale, the fucking final project, just talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I got to reveal to the classroom that I had a fucking Ramona Flowers haircut in that moment.
Exactly.
By just standing in front of the poster.
And they're like, you kind of...
I was like, I genuinely saw people, like, doing...
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
It's like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Hold up.
No, I missed that class a little bit. I don't think I could do it nowadays. And you remember that I missed an entire like essay of that class?
Yeah, I remember because you were going to
go summative assignment.
I remember because you missed an entire essay and then you got an extension and she told you that you could turn it into like the end of the semester, which she never told anyone else and you didn't do.
Oops.
Which I think is part of why she never offered that to anyone else.
Yeah. But I think I still got like a B or like an A- in that class.
You did still get a B in that class, if I remember correctly, because I think I asked you about it. And you were like, yeah, I was able, because I did so well in all the rest of them, I was able to just drag it up.
You know, if you do well enough in some classes, you get to skip the summative.
Genuinely, yeah.
But if it's like a science class and you're already in like C/D territory, you got to try harder. No. I clutched up in my science class, man. I think I ended with like a C-. It was so great. That was the one too where I learned my study method is just pacing around my basement, reading off the lecture notes as if I'm giving the lecture, and it's kind of overpowered.
That's literally why TAs exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
bros made for a master's program.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
Let's do it, masters.
Oh God.
I don't even have a regular degree.
I was gonna say you with no associates, no bachelors. Let me just jump straight into a master's program. I think I got this.
Lying on your resume to get into the fucking master's program.
That's that one
crazy
fucking
cutscene skip here.
I think it's that one fucking movie. I want to say it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and he just fucking does fraud for his entire life. And
Catch Me If You Can.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie. I need to rewatch that. Maybe that's the ending I'm thinking of with the music.
That'd be so based, actually.
Now I need to look at the ending. Yeah, that movie was fucking sick. And I love a movie like that too that's just like based on a true story. You just feel so nice watching it. You're like, that happened.
Like,
and not, obviously not every scene and every dialogue happened. I know that. But watching Gran Turismo, I'm like eating my popcorn. I'm like, this happened.
You'd be like, wow.
And then they show the pictures at the end with the real guy compared to the actor. You go, oh, he looks like the actor too.
I did think it was really funny that Iron Lung had like the photos up of everyone in the end credits, mostly just because, again, of that moment because at the very end of the end credits of Iron Lung, there's this lovely collection of photos where it's like Chica, Mark, Amy, and Henry. It's very lovely family photos. And every time I see that, I don't remember who tweeted it, but I remember all I can think of is the tweet where it was like, I took my fiance who doesn't know anything about Markiplier to see Iron Lung, and when he saw that at the end and he saw the dogs, he said no dogs have been harmed in the making of this movie. And then she had to break it to him that Henry had died over the course of making the movie.
Yikes.
Not due to anything related to the movie at all.
No, he also got blood in his eyes.
I can't believe it.
It's like you were describing the cyan with the cayenne with the squirrels and they can't blink, and it's a whole thing.
Sorry, I'm just picturing fucking keeping squirrels away, but with like one like blood dispenser.
Yeah. It's like tomato juice.
There's an iguana, I think, that does that.
Really?
Yeah, that spits blood from its eyes to freak people out. Yeah.
You want to see something weird?
Yeah, genuinely, because it's one of the ones that has like the giant bug eyes, like the fucking like the whole eyeballs outside the skull. So yeah, if you like piss it off enough, it just fucking squirts blood out of its eyes. And it's one of the lizards that like people keep as a pet.
Yeah. I like to watch you do the blood thing. Watch, look.
It's fucking crazy. It's just I don't remember what kind of lizard it was, but there's a lizard that does that.
That reminds me of in Hypixel the build contest thing where it said my eyes are bleeding, or maybe that was Mindplex. I don't remember. If you voted red on the build, did you ever play that one where it would like give you a prompt and then you build it?
Oh, I fucking love Guess the Build.
That one's fucking cool.
Guess the Build is it. That's one that I really liked as someone that didn't have a whole lot of friends that played Minecraft, because that was one of the because there were so many fucking mini games that required you to have like. Unfortunately, this is embarrassing to say, at least like 2 friends that like Minecraft.
Even if it wasn't like a team game, it's like you're playing it, you're like, this would be so much more fun with friends.
Exactly. Like that's what I mean. Like it's not even like a I love doing solo survival games as much as the next person, but it is always more fun to have like your other friend in call, even if you're not teamed up, so you can also be like, hey, where the fuck are you at?
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you. Where are you at?
I'm
coming to find you.
Oh, I got an iron sword, bitch, and some bread.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, because you can only play the same games over and over again for so long. But I think that's part of why I really liked, I really like doing Minecraft prop hunt. Oh, I fucks heavy with Minecraft prop hunt.
Oh my god, prop hunt stream. We go 3 hours in prop.
Oh my god, 8 hours later. Oh, so we went a little over, guys. No, I think prop hunt is one of those game modes that just works in every game.
Yeah.
I have yet
because there's little entities and props in every game. Like it's just yeah.
Well, yeah, and especially because like it's also one of those things that even though there's like in today's world, many would call it prop slop.
Yeah.
In 2026, what could we call it? But there was like a while where there was like a bunch of prop hunt type games coming up that were just like prop hunt, but you're witches. And you know what I did every time? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna play the prop hunt, but with witches game.
Go.
Prop hunt, but with pirates.
Oh my god.
Woo!
How do they keep coming up with this? They're in random noun generator, like.
Yeah, like, but and you're paying $15 each, but you're still like, holy shit. Because it's always good. Because as soon as you give prop hunt a different theme, it's a new game.
It's a brand new game.
That's
Fortnite was really good with that too, with like the different islands. It would just be like amusement park prop hunt, fire.
Fuck it.
Airport prop hunt, fire. So
Always
we kind of have the same thing. But,
same, but different.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what also sucked too is like wanting to play games multiplayer is like our generation kind of sucked at having Java Edition. Yeah. They were just it was always the fucking Xbox. It was always the fucking Pocket Edition. And I liked old Pocket Edition servers too. I think Lifeboat. OG.
Oh my god.
OG.
It was unlocked a fucking memory.
Yep. I remember when I finally
years.
fucking won a survival games on PE. It was crazy. But nobody had Java Edition, man. It was so hard. And nobody could even understand what Java Edition was. That was the hardest part. It's like, do you have Minecraft? Yes. Java Edition or Pocket Edition? They're like, what are you talking about?
See, I have an entirely different problem.
Yeah.
I had this issue in an era where it was just Java Edition, because it was either Java Edition or Xbox Edition or whatever, because they didn't have any of the cross compatibility yet. So it was just so it was just Minecraft for PC at that point, because they didn't have Bedrock yet.
Yeah, it wasn't even called Java. Oh, that's so crazy.
Because they didn't even have Windows 10. Windows 10 hadn't even dropped yet.
It wasn't called Java.
We were in Windows 9, baby. This is not even Windows 10.
Yeah.
Like no, but there was a time where there were so many sites where you could get Minecraft for free. Because there was a lot of ways to load the client just and embed it into your fucking web server, and then people could make a fucking username and just play. But the thing is that you could only do that. You couldn't join real servers. You could only play LAN.
Yeah.
Which was fine when there was like 6 of us at the library.
Of course.
All playing Minecraft together. But we couldn't. But once we were dispersed, I was the only one that had a computer at home.
Yeah.
All the rest of my friends played exclusively on fucking... They didn't even have computers at home. They just played on fucking, like, Xbox or PlayStation or on their phone or whatever.
Yeah, or well, I guess their iPad or iPod Touch.
Yeah. Well, no, iPhones were out.
Yeah, you're describing this era.
Yeah. Because... To be fair, at the time it was more of like iPod or Kindle Fire.
Yeah. Because
we were all poor. But because I think that's also part of it, was it's also partially a classic. Because I think I not to assume anything, I think I grew up with less money than you did.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So like, just by virtue of the jobs that our parents have.
But gonna be honest, it didn't really trickle down for me.
Yeah. No.
Like, it's like my parents might have had a lot, but it didn't,
Yeah. That's how it fucking goes,
how it fucking
isn't
goes.
It? Crazy. Trickle down economics definitely works, guys.
It totally does.
We've been proving it for how long now? No, but I don't like. So I think that's also part of it. It's just that, like, when I say like my friends couldn't afford laptops, computers. Yeah. It was like they had a Fire Stick at home that we ripped movies off of at movie nights, and like I to put this in perspective, I'm broke. My family is rich. We were the rich friend in my friend group. Yeah, and we are middle class. Right. Staunchly. So like, I was queen. I described it once to Ace as I was the rich of the poors. Yeah. Because there was two two halves of my class, and it really was like the poors and the kids that were like upper. And I was one of those kids that probably should have been, not like should have been, but like could have hung with them, but was with the poors TM. And that's just how class divide ends up showing up when you're like 8. Yeah. Is you're like, well, all the poors hang out over here because all of us live in the same shitty neighborhood, and we bike to the library and we see each other at the library, so we all bike back. And the kids that get dropped off by their parents and their parents are there with them don't get the same experience as us. So we all end up bonding differently. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like really like now like I was just like really thinking about it. I was like it is crazy that there was that like there was a firm class divide in my because I also grew up in like I went to the poor elementary school, and then I went to like a mixed fucking class status middle and high school in a town where we do have like a rich. It's kind of funny because in the town I feel like we have like a rich high school and a rich middle school, but we don't have like a poor middle school and a poor high school, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like because it just ends up being that like the poor is still mixed with some like enough middle class people that it doesn't quite feel like one is noticeably richer than the other, but one doesn't feel poor, if that makes sense. Weird, like, suburban bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the suburban class divide is so real in a way that I don't think a lot of city kids will ever understand. Because like the neighborhoods thing, like there is still like the neighborhoods thing where like there is better neighborhoods than other whatever, but not nearly as like harsh lines. You end up still mixing a lot more because you end up like, well, I go to school on the other side of town even though we live here because my parents work over there. Right. So it's easier for them to drop me off. Yeah. And that's not a thing in a lot of big cities. You're like when I found that out, I thought that was fucking crazy that you can't just like pick what school you want to go to based on like how good it is. Like, no, you're just fucking stuck there. Yeah.
It is weird because I'm also like I'm like almost on a line too where it's like if I was in like this part of my neighborhood I'd be in a fucking different school district. It's weird because just that's where the fucking line is. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also funny because we're also in a state that lets you, as long as you live in the state, you can go to school in another city if you want to. Because lots of people come into my city for school because their parents, they live in one of the like outline like. And this makes it sound like a lot bigger of a city than it is. It's like this city, they live in the city with 1,000 people, but they go to school in the city with 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Like because that's where their parents work. Like 99% of the time, it's just based on where your parents work. Yeah. Which is the funniest part.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Because a bunch of people that I went to high school with lived in your city, but their parents worked in mine, so they got dropped off at my high school every morning.
When we had a shooting in our parking lot at my school, my parents were like, so do you want to change districts to a nicer one? I'm like, wow.
And you're like, kinda?
No, I love my high school.
That's so funny. I remember hearing about that because I was graduated at that point, but... Yeah. I was going to college with people that I went to your high school. So I was hearing, they were like, yeah, my fucking friend that's at school just told me that the shit went down. I'm like, what the fuck is going on at your high school?
Pep Band was canceled that night, so I was almost there.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I'm like Seth MacFarlane. I was almost on the 9/11 flight, but dang it.
Was that Seth MacFarlane or was it someone else? I feel like
there's a lot of
I was going to say, I feel like there's a lot of celebrities
that claim that. Seth MacFarlane is
one
of them. Yeah.
I feel like he's one of like the verifiable ones, TM, because there's a lot of celebrities that claim it. But.
Matthew McConaughey said he could have prevented it if he was in the plane. Or maybe that was Mark Wahlberg. No, it was Mark Wahlberg.
I was like, no, that sounds like
Wahlberg.
Yeah, that sounds like Marky Mark. Yeah, don't ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or Mark Wahlberg what he was arrested for in the 80s.
He did that shit.
Yeah.
He did that shit. Mac Wahlberg. From Ted.
God, I forget that the Ted movies exist now that the show exists.
Oh my God. I tried watching the Ted show and
Alana Ubek is the only reason why I could watch it.
Much like Workaholics, I'm like, if I found this several years ago, this would have been my shit. I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, Alana Ubek is the only reason why I watched that. A karaoke machine lives in my brain rent fucking free. The way that she's one of my favorite comedic actresses, and the way that she says things just stays in my brain forever.
Yeah, new vocal stem every time.
Yeah, her and Catherine O'Hara, rest in fucking peace.
Rest in fucking peace, man. I saw a tweet that was like, Catherine O'Hara is like one of those celebrities they'd be wheeling around for the next 20 years and talking about how old she is, like Betty White.
Exactly.
Like,
no,
that's tough.
I really related to whoever it was that tweeted out that Catherine O'Hara was the first celebrity that she read died, and she went, oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Because, like...
That's how you know you're getting older.
Yeah. Well, that was how I felt about Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
But Catherine O'Hara was one of the first ones that I thought about, and I was like, fuck, I really do, like, her entire catalog is just good.
And she was still looking good, even, like, Beetlejuice.
Well, yeah, she was only 71.
Exactly.
In her prime.
That's right. You know? That's when your fucking life begins right there.
No, but it's
when you're finally an adult.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah, no, I fucking love Catherine O'Hara. Is just one of those talents that I grew up with in my entire life. Grew up watching Home Alone, grew up watching Beetlejuice. Yep. And then like as an adult, fucking adore Schitt's Creek. Oh my God. Take 1,000 naked pictures of yourself now. You might think, oh, I'm too spooky. No one wants to see my tiny boobies. But later, you'll look back with much kinder eyes and think to yourself, oh, I was a beautiful thing.
And you can adore the ATWC Plus Epic Premium Plus on Patreon. And that's our episode for today.
Before I get too far into my Catherine O'Hara spiral.
Yeah, I legally have to cut you off. I've been sent by NBC Universal.
No one's putting my ass on the Soul Train. I'm kidding.
But anyway, follow me on Twitch.
Follow me on TikTok.
And goodbye forever. This is your official click off spoiler warning. When the 5-hour energy, when you hear the pop from me slurping it, I want you to drop the craziest Iron Lung spoiler. Okay, gun to your head.
Simon dies.